This is the 63rd meeting of the Pine Street Resistance dedicated to the fight against fascism and poorly recorded award shows. Now, Martha, I hear you have a report, not live, but live from watching the Academy Awards.
Yes, there are many people who showed up, and people who have won awards. Yes.
Okay. Any fascism involved yet?
Well, not fascism, but the undercurrent of most of the speeches was anti-fascist, so I believe that we're making progress in that area.
Wow.
Hmm.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce Dottie is joining us again. Well,
Dottie.
Sally has been kind of disappeared. I'm really worried that she's gone to the dark side. But Dottie, it's always a pleasure to have you here.
Well, I'm totally 100% anti-fascist.
You are you
Oh,
sure? Oh, you can say
100%.
100%. I find that hard that nobody can be
Oh
100% of
yeah. Oh
anything.
yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. Okay.
You
Um,
know, you could have like 2% of fascism somewhere, and we wouldn't hold it against you.
okay. I mean, I'm sure I'll look for it. I'll look for it. And maybe before the end of our time tonight, I can
I,
figure that out.
I
Two
don't know.
percent fascism.
I don't know that we've ever discussed this. You can be 2% fascist. I thought we were totally against fascism.
Of
Oh
course,
yeah.
but how does fascism grow? It finds that 2% and it appeals to it. We might not even know, but we'll come across this fascist, and the 2% in us will say, "Hey, he's not a bad guy." Meanwhile, he wants to kill everybody.
Oh, or just take them over and and own other property
Oh,
and
I, I don't want to
take
think
away our
about it.
Mm.
rights.
Mm.
I don't know that we could even allow that much in. I We might have to have stricter standards than that.
Well, I know that in our last meeting, Dottie was doing a
Mm.
bango job on checking out for fascism at the CVS.
Yes.
And any signs?
My new manager,
Mm.
she she would not let me exercise my free speech. Well, this guy, young guy, looked a little wet behind the ears, you know that saying. And
Oh,
he bought some condoms, which I always like to call condominiums, just to sort of, give it a little class. And I knew that was a bad brand. So I told him, I just said, they're on sale and they're great, but they're not going to last. You might want to get brand X. And the manager heard it. And, because of course it was a CVS brand that I told him not to use.
oh. Mm,
So
mm,
yeah, she's restricted my right to free speech.
Well,
She
mm.
says no, huh?
now were the condominiums behind you? I mean, he had to ask for
No,
them?
no, he got them. They're out there, I guess. And I wouldn't look.
Wow.
I think they are. I don't know how we got them, but
I am totally unaware of their location in any CVS or other.
yeah. I mean, he bought other stuff too, you know. And they were
Oh,
just
well,
like,
I can speak to that as that any young man of which I was once one.
Mm.
You're buying condominiums, you don't buy them by themselves. You buy
right,
anything to,
right. It was,
yeah,
put chips, he bought something to drink, he bought
exactly.
keychains, stuff
Buy a
like that.
magazine you're never going to read. You throw it out the minute you get outside of the store.
He didn't have a magazine, so he could be illiterate.
Oh,
Well,
no.
but it
Maybe I
sounded like
should
he
have
had an
helped him a little.
whole evening planned. It did sound like he had an whole evening planned.
Martha,
Yeah.
have you heard any data on illiterate fascists?
Well, my assumption has always been that many fascists are probably illiterate because if they were able to read, they would have vast amounts of evidence in print that would deter them from that path.
Such a sad world.
Yeah, it is. It is sad. So,
Dottie,
It is.
you were doing yeoman's work,
mm,
interacting with these people.
Seriously. Well, it's when I can get away with it.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like an eagle eyes.
do
So
you?
that manager is just standing over you and suppressing you and keeping the little man down.
Well, she walks back and forth, and then she stands in certain places to look like she's there to help the customers, but she's watching me, I can tell.
Can you guess the percentage of fascists she might be?
Oh, I'd say 45% at least.
Well, they said
just by her outfits, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, oh,
Well,
you judge
you
people
know,
by their outfits? You
well,
can
yeah.
tell?
Yeah, I can't kind of jumpers. She's wearing old-fashioned jumpers and ugly shoes.
No,
Yeah. Mm.
no.
I mean, she's got her CVS jacket over it, but she has a fascist face. Let's be real, you know. So be careful now. You know, now you'll be going out about your business and you go, "Ah, another fascist face. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And
But you
you
look,
know, if you point it out, we're the bad guys, right? Yeah.
yeah,
You
you
know,
look absolutely smashing, Martha, with I love
thank you.
your leopard scarf.
This, I do dress up when I watch the Oscars. I
Oh,
like to pretend I'm there. Or
yeah,
if I was
absolutely.
closer, I could be a seat filler, but I'm not.
Oh, maybe next year.
Mm.
Oh, that would be what a goal that is to be
I,
a seat filler.
I
I
would
had a friend who was a seat filler once.
Really?
He
too.
got to sit next to Bob Hope.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
He
Was
said
Bob
Mr. Hope wasn't very talkative, but hey, you get to sit next to him. That's enough, huh?
was Bob still alive?
Didn't ask him. I should ask him about that. Because that would make sense that they would stuff Bob Hope and let him have a permanent
It,
seat in the theater.
it depends on the year that happened. That could very well
Yeah.
have been.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't know. We don't know.
Yep.
They could be. He could be there every year since, and we've never don't do a close
Right.
up. They
You
don't do a
think
close
you
up.
think they'd pan the crowd and go, and there's the late Bob Hope in his permanent seat. Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
He
Maybe
would
they
have
have him clapping.
he would have wanted it that way.
You know,
Mm.
I'm thinking it could be that a whole bunch of fascists are stuffed.
Hmm.
Not human. I mean, they don't have human feelings, right?
Well, I would prefer that they were stuffed if that's
Yeah.
the case. I
It's
mean,
probably wishful
not
thinking.
not that
Yeah.
I wish any ill will on any of my fellow man or woman. I mean, I would not resort to violence or anything that would cause them to be stuffed
Well,
prematurely.
in all fairness, Martha, I've seen you curse out the paperboy a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
He's a young man. I've seen it. He plays Little League. I've seen his pitching arm, but he cannot get my paper anywhere near my front door. That's just, that's willfulness right there.
You think it's on purpose?
Mm.
You think it's political?
Uh, I'm not, so sure about his parents, but they could be very well be filling his little tiny brain with fascist thoughts. Mm.
That'll make you throw a paper in the wrong way anytime. Absolutely. Is he on a bike? Does he take a bike?
Ah, yes, but I'm never sure if he took a bike or whether he owns a bike. He's
Yeah.
a little sketchy, but that's who they send.
Mhm.
I just
Hard to get good help these days.
Yeah, and that's
I,
why I don't tip him. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
Hmm.
I just feel
Boy,
he's being paid, so why should I tip him?
well, in the youth today, he should learn that if he wants a tip, he should perform.
Right.
He should earn that tip. He shouldn't expect a tip.
Yes. Show me that you're worthy of the tip first, and he has
Right.
not done that.
how would that happen? I'm just wondering. Some
Well,
idea. Yeah.
just getting closer to my front door so I don't have to run all the way down the driveway in my robe every morning.
Maybe that he likes that.
Um, Young
You
boys
aren't,
today, right?
Martha, you aren't unappealing to look at in a bathrobe.
Well, I think for a 12-year-old, I don't think I'm his type. Mm,
I'm just saying the hormones of 12-year-olds.
mm, mm.
Dottie knows. Dottie knows.
Personally, I'd rather not think about it, but
Okay.
that's just me.
Yeah. Well,
On an earlier note, though, Dottie, is it acceptable to tip the cashier at CVS?
oh no. Oh no, not at all. And actually, I don't think anyone's ever tried.
Huh.
No.
Well,
No one
maybe.
has ever tried to tip me. They'll say, well, sometimes they think I talk too much and they want me to be quiet. I keep giving them advice as they're walking away. So maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
but they
How
need that
about
advice.
they got the extra penny? You know, you charge $6.99 and I give you $7. You know,
Yeah, they say keep the penny.
yeah. So wouldn't that be a tip?
Mhm.
Well, it's not for me. It goes in. We have a penny dish.
Oh.
Um,
Mm.
Oh, I'll put. Yeah, I mean that's pretty common as far as I know.
Mm.
Yeah,
a
but
penny dish.
and pennies are going to be rare pretty soon. So
Yeah. So you think the CVS is like collecting pennies because they'll be a rarity?
I bet they're probably part of the oligarchs, the ones that own it. So
Oh,
you have to be careful, you know.
yes.
Yeah.
I think I thought I don't know. Maybe we asked this question last time, but does CVS stand for someone's name, like
I
Claude
I
Vanderspunk or something?
I don't know.
Is it a family?
That's very mysterious. I'll have to find out and I'll let you know. You know,
How
I just, there's managers upon sub-managers upon section people and yeah.
Hierarchy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
CVS
That's the
hires?
word.
Yeah.
I'll
Yes.
bet there's a Von in there. If they've got V, I'll bet it's C Von something. I'll bet it's
Oh,
German.
probably.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you go to CVS?
I'm a Rite Aid guy myself, but now they're out of business. So I've been kind of, just tossed between, there's the Walgreen, there's the CVS, there's, Larry's down, Larry's General Store, which is in my,
Ah,
it's on the shady side of town, but I like to give them the business.
Well, as I may have mentioned, I make my own potions
oh,
and yeah, ointments and
oh,
uh,
really?
poultices. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you sell them?
No, no, this is just for my own use. I wouldn't do that in case there was something that happened that I might be sued. But then the alternative is Canada. I think I may have mentioned that for
Ah,
things I cannot make in my own, I go to Canada.
To buy or to flee the country.
Um, well, it depends on what's happening. I go to buy, but then I check the news before I return. I just don't
mm,
know if it's safe. I just
Mm. Do you have you experienced any difficulties at the border?
well, I have to say, there was one time because I am, as you know, the soul of honesty. Um, when I was at the booth, and they asked if I had any drugs or weapons or anything in my car, I said, not that I know of.
mhm.
Because what if someone had put while I was having lunch at the Tim Hortons, perhaps somebody slipped something in my car to bring, wouldn't know. I was covering myself and yeah.
Not just. No, I want to point this out, Martha. They were leading you on. Okay, any good lawyer this case would be thrown immediately. They were leading you on. Do you have any weapons? Do you have this? Do you have that? They were planting that seed.
Mm.
I think you were being set up.
Oh, oh, well, I mean, beyond the pat down, they didn't do anything really.
Pat down? You got a pat down?
Oh, yes, I requested it just to prove
Okay.
how honest I was.
What the cop look like?
Mhm. I,
Mhm.
yeah, you
Well,
get
I'm
away.
glad you got out of that harrowing experience.
It was
Yeah.
harrowing, harrowing. Good half hour of harrowing. Mhm.
Well, you
Half
must
hour that wow.
Mm.
you must have
But
felt the ride home must have been a load off your mind at that point.
yes, there was definitely a load off for sure. And I did learn that the guards at the the borders are not fascists. That's, I think, is the
Yeah,
most
probably
important.
not.
Yeah.
Even on the American side?
Yeah, oddly enough, yes.
Oh, good.
Very
That's
sympathetic to the
encouraging.
cause. Mhm.
It's
So
good that you
have you
can.
ever I'm sorry. Have
No,
you
go
ever
ahead.
had an incidents with the police that you can share?
No, no, of course not.
Oh, I'm asking. I forgot.
Oh,
Greg, is
yeah.
it Greg or
Gary,
Glenn?
Gary,
Gary,
Gary.
Gary.
Oh,
Harry
It's
or
okay.
Gary?
yes.
It depends on how you want to spell it, but either way, I accept either way.
I'm
Um,
sorry. I just
that's okay. I have been pulled over on numerous occasions, Usually at the bottom of hills because I tend to, let the car go fast down a hill, and for some reason, whenever I'm at the bottom of the hill, there's usually a cop there. And for the most part, they're civil. I've had my run-ins. I had one cop because I was in the passenger seat actually reading the paper, and he knocked on the window and said, "What are you reading?" And I felt that was an intrusion on my privacy.
Luke,
I'm assuming
what were
there
you
was someone
reading?
in the driver's seat.
Oh yes, there was a driver. It was it wasn't driverless. Although, I would like to pull that off sometime.
Concrete,
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
Mm. What were you reading, Gary?
I believe I was reading the comics page.
Oh,
Mm.
so nothing that could implicate you in our organization in any way.
No,
Right.
yeah, it could have been that if I was reading Doonesbury, they might have had a problem with that, but otherwise, I think I was clean. I think I was just reading Marmaduke or something.
Yeah, so I think so
Gee,
far, I think so
I
far with
better.
or the locals, I think the locals are not targeting us specifically. I don't feel that, but
Well,
the local police, I mean.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I mean, and then this is a tough subject to bring up, but Dottie, we love you joining our meetings, but we wish you wouldn't advertise them at the CVS.
Yeah, that's, I mean,
I stopped. I know it just it got back to you.
Well,
Do
you
you
were
have spies? Are you have
no, just said, when, once an hour you yell out, "Hey, anybody wants to go to the resistance meeting? It's this
mm.
Thursday."
Well, my the manager stopped that.
yeah.
There were several complaints. I'm just trying to get people together, community. But I'll
This,
stop.
we're kind of like undercover cops, or
Oh,
the other thing, and in that, we can't approach people and ask them to join us, but if they come to us and say something like, "Oh, do you happen to know an anti-fascist organization that I might join?" Then we can reveal ourselves, but we try not to
Yeah,
entrap them.
yeah.
right,
Probably
right.
that doesn't happen a lot, right?
Well, I don't know what I worry more about, the fact that you're advertising our meetings or the fact that nobody's showing up anyways.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
well, I stopped. Like I said, the manager, she.
yeah, I understand. Managers can be that way.
I was just excited, when I joined and stuff. And I know I just kind of,
Well,
go
Oh,
over the edge.
it's okay. Your excitement is contagious, Dottie.
but obviously not to other people because no one else is showing up.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you could
Right.
bring
Well, I'm gonna.
if you could bring a
Go
bag
ahead.
of popcorn next meeting, that would,
Oh,
everything would be
do you have
forgotten.
a brand you want?
Um, I'm kind of I'm particular to smart food, the
Oh, yeah, yeah, the
ironically
smart.
named.
Yeah. What about you? You want Martha?
Organic, whatever it is, as long as
Organic and smart. All right.
Yeah, yeah, organic is smart. That's
I will do that.
so. Martha, would you like to give a report on the newsletter?
yes. Well, we have a bit of misfortune in that the Kinko copiers were down this past week again. I keep talking to Jared, who works there, and I don't. I mean, this is all they do. I mean, how can they just be down this continuously? I don't quite understand it. And unfortunately, Jared was not in any, speaking of not smart, he could not explain how that could possibly be. So I could not, I could not produce it for this week, at least not to hand out. I mean, I'm hoping next time we could hand out two at a time. That would be uh, save on some effort as well. But
Yeah,
yeah, this week was not
this
good.
copy machine situation do you think it's personal, Martha?
Mm.
Well, I did wonder, since Jared, of course, is the brother of my paperboy, if there was some connection in some way. You know, uh, I don't even know the little brother's name, but I didn't. I was after the fact that I realized that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, either should I go in disguise the next time, or perhaps send someone else, um, perhaps lure a child in to bring the newsletter
Yeah.
and
Right.
have him present it and have it printed that way. I mean, not lure a child, obviously someone of age, someone younger and of age, but uh, I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow. Dottie, do you know where the Kinko's is?
Yeah, I do. I do. Wait, you want me to go pick it up?
Well,
What do you think, Martha?
oh, Dottie, not that we have any kind of application program or any kind of thing that would, you know, that you need to prove your worth, but it would certainly be helpful to us
Oh, sure.
if you could do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I will, and I'll be very secretive. I won't tell them what they're there to pick, what I'm there to pick up,
Okay.
but I'll describe it for them.
Okay. Well, I will give you the sheet of paper with all of
Okay.
our information.
Okay, so,
You
and I'll
hand
just go,
and you hand it over, and you ask for 50 copies, even though that's often excessive, but 50
50
copies.
copies,
Both sides, both sides.
both sides,
Yes.
both, that's good, that's saving
Decided
paper.
printing. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And
Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll just walk
Oh,
in. Yeah.
Dottie, you're a lifesaver, Dottie.
Well, I'm trying to make up for like running my mouth, about.
Oh, we forgot all about that until you
Mm.
brought it up,
no,
you
no,
know?
that certainly erases any negative feelings I might have had towards you.
Yeah.
That, yeah, and the popcorn helped too. But that when
Pop,
I'll bring the
the
popcorn.
popcorn
Always.
will definitely help. Yeah.
I love my popcorn.
I like skinny pop.
Oh, really? What
Yeah.
is that describing the product
No,
or
it's supposed to have less calories. I don't know.
Mm.
But yeah, I just like it. But I was reading somewhere that there was some problem with one of the ingredients. So here we go
oh
again.
no. What was
Well,
the
I don't know.
problem?
It was just, something that wasn't, you know, up to date, I guess. I don't know. I forget. I got really upset.
You,
And I said, oh, here goes my skinny pop.
you think there was fascism involved?
Or
Mm.
pesticides.
Oh, probably pesticides.
Now,
Yeah.
how can they advertise a popcorn as being less fat? I mean, there's no calories in popcorn to begin with, right?
It's the butter and the sugar and stuff like that.
Oh,
Not the
okay.
sugar, the salt. Although some have sugar. There's,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
There are.
I'm kind of a no butter guy myself. I go to the movies. My
Mhm.
family hates me for it, because I don't want butter on the popcorn. It makes it soggy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Mhm.
You're just straight popcorn, nothing else, right?
Little salt,
Little salt.
little salt.
Hmm.
I mean,
Well, I'll be sure to look for one, did the smart popcorn, is no salt? I don't know. You know
Uh,
what I'll do? If I find salt, I'll try to remove it somehow.
oh, don't worry, don't worry. You
Okay.
get it here. We'll pour it in a bowl. We'll shake it around. A lot of the stuff
Oh,
falls off.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. That was very thoughtful there, Dottie.
yeah,
Thank
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Don, you're going above and beyond.
you.
Well, I still feel I have a long way to make up. I know you
Oh,
people are very graceful
Hold,
about it, but
hold on to that thought.
yeah. Mm, mm.
so
I will.
if the newsletter were to be handed out this week, is there anything we should look for on it, Martha?
Well, actually, coincidentally enough, we do have a coupon to see for CVS branded products.
Ah,
I should have mentioned that before. So I'm thinking,
Bury the lead, Martha.
I just thought that, with Dottie's influence, that maybe I could talk to someone there, and I did end up getting a very small postage stamp ad that gives you 5% off on multivitamins, which I think
wow.
CVS branded, which I think, we need to keep all the anti-fascists as healthy as possible, and
Right.
multivitamins is the way to go.
Right. I've increased my vitamin D too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it helping something?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, just New Englanders don't get enough sunshine,
Mm, mm.
I,
apparently. So we're low on D.
I've often considered popcorn to be a vitamin.
Have you? Well,
Yeah.
Could
I
be.
mean, tell me,
it's
tell
a
me why it isn't.
it's a vegetable.
Hmm. Exactly. It's roughage, and
It's
roughage is very
roughage.
important. Hmm.
Yeah.
That and you can like use 10 coupons, right? For one thing.
Hmm.
It depends on who's at the counter.
Mm.
Who's at the counter, Dottie?
Well, I have my counter, it also depends on where the manager is, but I'll try.
What we could do is we could get a few bags of popcorn and throw some condominiums in there just to
All right.
mix it up so nobody would focus on things.
Mhm.
They'd be thinking about the condominiums and they wouldn't even think about the popcorn.
Mm.
Mm, that's true. And I'll get the good ones too, the ones that last.
Oh,
Okay.
we count on your expertise, Dottie.
Yes, as I said, I generally make my own condoms, so I don't really know what the
Oh, you make your own.
You
Yeah.
make your own.
Wow.
Mm,
That's impressive.
thank you. Mm.
And you sell them or you donate them to
I
deserving
keep
causes?
them around in case they become necessary.
Say no more, Dottie, or Martha, say no more. Gosh.
Okay, I won't. Mm.
Well, in our day, right, a well-prepared woman needed to do that. Yeah.
Well, you can't depend on the
Right.
man, right?
Mhm.
Just
I, I think I have to stand up for my gender,
oh,
but I
Go ahead.
can't think of anything to say. So.
mm, mm.
Well,
It's okay.
I see by the clock on the wall that we have to wrap up our meeting.
Ah,
Another very productive meeting of the Pine Street Resistance.
It-
Are there any last notes that people would like to say?
Um, I hope that Sinners does very well tonight. I'm afraid I shortchanged it personally because I thought it was all about vampires, and I don't like those kinds of movies, but it's
Mhm.
so much more than that. And please, if you get a chance, see it.
You have money on this, don't you, Martha?
Just just a small side bet
Right.
with my
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with healthy gambling.
no, it's just my
And you,
bereavement.
Dottie, Dottie, do you have a favorite?
well, it's not this year, but I just hope Ryan Gosling gets to at least give an award.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that's a pretty safe bet too. So, if I could have a motion to end this meeting of the Pine Street Resistance,
I motion to end.
okay. Do I have a
I,
second?
s- I second the motion
All
to
right,
end.
all in favor?
I
Okay. This concludes the current meeting of the Pine Street Resistance. Thank you very much, Vintage
Okay.
and Dottie.
and Dottie.
I'm writing down, I have my list of things to do.
Right.